Mike Evans teaming up with Brock and Kyle Shanahan after a 12-year career in Tampa Bay. Greg, his 11-year streak of 1,000-yard seasons ended last year after he missed 9 games. Are you willing to guarantee that he tops 1,000 yards this year?
If Mike Evans stays healthy, he tops 1,000 yards this year. Absolutely. Look, why am I going to doubt him? He's done it his entire year with the exception of last year getting hurt. Right. He probably would have done it again last year. Like, this guy just knows how to catch the ball, gain yards, put the ball in the end zone, and stay in a position to where he's eclipsing this 1,000-yard mark. And if it were, and again, he's been doing it since, I was in the league, but like 1,000 yards today is not that much of a feat. It's like
because of the game or the style of the game. The
style of the game, the way of which we throw the ball now. It's like a lot of guys can get 1,000 yards, but Mike Evans, in that system, having a running game, a lot of his years in Tampa, he never had a running game. It was a passing game, and he still was able to produce. He is going to have a running attack. You are going to have to play the run. You get Mike Evans on the outside in a Kyle Shanahan offense schemed up. You got George Kittle to obviously focus on if you're a defender. Mike Evans is going to get 1,000 yards. Stephon Diggs did it with your Patriots. And a lot of people doubted him. That was coming off of his injury.
I tend to agree with you. And I think he can have a big year for them, particularly in the red zone. Like, I think he has a lot of touchdowns. I would not be surprised if he has double-digit touchdowns. Purdy is very good in the red zone. And I think, obviously Evans is too. My only question about the 1,000 yards, we're assuming health, of course, is they have so many other weapons that Purdy might be throwing to. Now, they won't throw to McCaffrey as much this year because now they'll have better receivers. But McCaffrey's going to get his yardage. Kittle's going to get his yardage. If Pearsall stays healthy, he's a weapon. And Jennings, we'll see if they keep Juwan Jennings, a free agent. But if Jennings is healthy, that's another weapon. So I could just see them spreading the wealth, and maybe that would keep him, even though he might have 900-something yards, but 10 or 11 touchdowns. But I tend to agree with you that I would think he's going to get there.
The comp I would make, and it's kind of sounds like aligned with your thinking, is the season Davante Adams just had. Davante Adams only caught 60 balls. He had like high 700 yards in terms of production. Played in 14 games. So, that accounts for age and maybe missing a couple of games due to injury. But he had 14 touchdowns and led the league in touchdowns. They spread the ball around a lot. They run the ball a lot in a Shanahan system. We looked it up. Like, there's been 7 1,000-yard seasons. 4 of them were to Kittle. One of them was to Debo, kind of a unique Swiss Army knife player. Brandon Ayuk's the only true wide receiver who's had 1,000-yard season.
It was barely over 1,000.
He did it twice, and but so is he talented enough to do it? Yeah, but something tells me just because of his age and how they'll use him, it'll be more about the red zone.
More more touchdowns.
More touchdowns, short yardage. Use him in that way.
Yeah, look, he's definitely going to get used in the red zone. A lot more fade balls. A little different style of how you use him than Davante. Because Davante's primary usage was because of how he releases off the ball, line of scrimmage. And when you look at that offense, Puka Nacua was going to get the lion's share of the targets, 20 to 20. I look at this
he's
different.
The number one, yeah.
Yeah,
Evans
Pearsall, I think Pearsall is going to emerge because we saw glimpses of him being a little bit more productive. But somebody's going to have to be the number one guy. It's not going to be Christian McCaffrey again as a receiver, not with Mike Evans, not with Pearsall, and I don't think Jennings will really be in the equation this year. We'll see how that works out. But I just believe Mike Evans, knowing his track record, his resume, Kyle Shanahan will always have something cooked up for him, and this in the back of his mind.
Wow.
If he's healthy, I want to try to get,
Speaking of number one wide receivers, the Patriots just got Romeo Doubs. Greg?
You should like it.
Excellent. More
hey, hold on.
What? Oh,
sorry.
Sugar plums.
Can we remind the audience, please?
I forgot about this.
No. I'm not going to let you get away with it.
I forgot about this.
We have to remind the audience we have a little debt to settle, please.
If Mike Evans leaves Tampa Bay, I will cook this into a donut and eat it.
Wow.
There's the script that
There
is zero chance. There is zero chance.
Zero chance, huh?
I was just shocked. I
This
thought
is
it
a
was
paper
posturing.
shredder. No.
I thought it was posturing for more money. He loved.
Oh man.
He loved Tampa Bay.
Can I have your script,
Tampa
please?
Bay loved him.
Script, please.
First of all,
First of all, hand me one of those.
hold on one second. This is the Mike Evans script. That's the weird and wonderful script.
Come on now, it's making
Are
a
you
lot of
gonna
noise
do
on
that
TV.
to the donuts?
A lot of noise here on
Waste some
television.
good donuts.
Let's put that in there, official. Thank you very much. So the audience knows we're not cheating this. Thank you. Let's see if I can do this. Thank you. All right. A little salt. Thank you.
Be a man's
Look,
man.
you said you do it.
I'm a gambler. We have to settle our debts on this show. It's only right.
It's just paper, wow.
It's just paper.
Right, it's only paper.
all-
And there's goodies underneath that paper. So
Yeah.
enjoy it.
As far as bets go, I'm not thrilled with this. That being said, I've seen some pretty gross bets paid off on
Exactly. That's not one of
having a
them.
little bit of script. Let me get a good enough. Mike Evans, I hope you have a great year. I hope you have a sweet and delicious season with the 49ers. Cheers. That was a full script. Honestly shows the power of a donut. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's not bad.
I have another bite.
Yeah.
Eat
Might
the
ruin
whole-
the bit.
Eat the whole
Like I'm not mad at it.
Yo, pass me a script, though.
right, I was
Pass me a script, though.
Check in on the Super Bowl silver medalists. Added Alijah Vera-Tucker to shore up a leaky offensive line, which at times caused Drake Maye to run for his life. And happening just before the show, Romeo Doubs, 25 years old, some touchdowns last year for the Packers.
That's good.
Feel pretty good. Here are the moves that the Patriots made. Those were Draymond Jones we didn't even talk about from the Ravens. Max Crosby and Draymond Jones to the Patriots. Stephon leaving Garrett Bradbury to the Bears, Tonga to the Chiefs, and Tavai, I don't think he has signed anywhere yet. So, Greg, we'll start with you since you're familiar with Romeo Doubs. How should Drake Maye feel about these moves?
Look, he should be excited about this move. I really like Romeo Doubs. I know a lot of people who watch the Packers play, they won by committee. They didn't have a true number one guy. You obviously Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. We know Matthew Golden, all the guys that they had. But the one guy who was always a constant when available, when he wasn't having one of his head issues, or concussion issues, was Romeo Doubs. And he's developed every single year as a better route runner, a better deep ball catcher, a better overall wide receiver. He's great at the line of scrimmage. He shows up in big games. His numbers in the postseason, I think he's averaging like 90 yards a game in the postseason. I think he has either 3 or 4 postseason games. But he's a big-time player. Is he a true number one? We're going to find out.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I think he has the potential to be. He's a lot bigger than I think people think. He's about 6'4", like 220. Yeah. He's a lot taller than what people.
I would have hammered the under on
people
that.
think.
I thought it was the
He's-
Guardian cap.
He's don't let the Guardian
He's
cap.
6'4".
Yeah.
Oh,
Romeo
great.
Doubs
That's
he's a
great
tall
news.
player, but he can run the entire route tree. I like when you get rid of a guy like Stephon Diggs, you have to bring in somebody that can create separation. When we talk about separators in our league, we think about Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, those type. Romeo Doubs is right there with them.
Love it.
He separates. When you have a young quarterback and you are asking him to shoulder your offense in support of the run game and everything, you need to have receivers that can separate. If there's one thing Romeo Doubs can do, he can separate. He understands because he's been in a system and in a unit room that challenges one another. It's not just been about one player, but they all have this appetite to be the one. And so now he'll get the opportunity. We'll see what he does with it. But this is a big move for New England. I like it.
Are they better today?
Yes.
Like today, yes, today they are better because they added Romeo Doubs. But like if we throw up the addition and subtraction list again from the Super Bowl, like the ads are what they are, but like
obviously, you got to get somebody who's going to snap the ball to your quarterback.
That would help. Right?
I think Jarrett Wilson's just going to slide over.
He's going to slide over.
He's going to be the center. So I think that was the plan, and that's why Bradbury was available.
But like Diggs was very good, and you would probably sign up for Romeo Doubs to just give you Stephon Diggs' production from last year. Like, you think he's going to be better?
Yeah.
1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
See that? So that's the thing. Like Listen, I watched Romeo Doubs very closely, maybe not quite as closely as you. If the Packers, who have used not the most premium resources historically on wide receiver, but like they invested in Christian Watson, they invested in Romeo Doubs, they used a first-round pick on Matthew Golden, and they were like, we can afford to let this guy go.
This is what they do. This is what they do. They have all these goods at that position.
Yeah.
And so you have to allow Matthew Golden to get on the field. And so by default, Romeo Doubs is the guy that's out.
Listen, I think Doubs is a good player. I do have questions about whether or not when he's getting the primary focus of a defensive coordinator in the passing game, like we have to stop Romeo Doubs. I do have questions about whether or not he could be a one. I do think he's a very good red zone guy. He's very aggressive going up and getting the ball. I just think they've lost about as much talent as they've gained.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure that they are a much better team post Super Bowl. But they're in a good cap position. They got a good coach. They have a good quarterback. I just think that they're kind of around neutral right now from where they were post Super Bowl.
Doubs is a good receiver. I don't think he's a one, Greg. Like, don't you think if he were a one, he would have emerged as the one there in Green Bay? I know they got a bunch of good receivers, but you know what I mean? Like, I think he had that opportunity. And Wildes, what you said about still thinking you're getting A.J. Brown, that tells me everything I need to know. You don't think he's a one. If this is the situation come September, to Danny's point, you're not going to be happy.
It's a little bit of a logical
That's
corner
what I'm saying.
you painted
like,
me into.
Doubs is a good addition with Booty, and now if you get an A.J. Brown or another, I just don't think he's a number one. And so that's where I'm at. And Doubs has done some good things. I'm a little stung because last year the Packers were my pick in the NFC. And it's hard for me to get this out of my mind. It just stung me. It hurt me.
Danny loved it.
I think we got it covered.
Oh.
No.
You're on the Sure Hands team.
No, that.
What
yes.
a moment.
The Sure Hands
He was talking
team.
about this upstairs. I was like, oh, Patriots got Romeo Doubs. Like, I don't know. Greg?
I mean, Greg, am I tripping?
I mean, swipe it out of bounds.
What?
Well,
gotta
but it's easy to catch, though.
It is.
The Sure Hands team.
Look,
Whoops.
that moment, that was a low light.
That killed. Yes.
Yes, it
So
did.
that makes me a little, and I get it. That wasn't even a catch
That
as a
sets
receiver.
the
but
platform
That hurts me.
for
Caleb.
for what we now know as Iceman.
Yeah. That whole
So you're saying
rally.
it's a
So
lucky play?
that's what is.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about that.
I feel good about everything.
Okay.
I mean,
Feel good about everything.
Well, here's Lamar.
As long as we get AJ.
Lamar. I remember Lamar tweeted that training day, Denzel Washington. So it's like I think that was a Max Crosby. We can't get to the quarterback. We got Max Crosby. Mahomes tweeted some biceps. We can't run the ball. We got Kenneth Walker. Josh Allen doesn't tweet, but I'm sure he's happy DJ Moore arrived. Drake needed protection. Look, if Alijah Vera-Tucker is healthy,
Right.
we're in business. We need a number one. Stefan's gone. Romeo's in. I would really
As
like
a
A.J.
number
Brown.
one, that's the thing.
I don't have the stats in front of me. Number one, like Justin Jefferson, the Patriots haven't really had that since Randy Moss. Even like throughout all of Josh McDaniel's time, it's a lot of tight ends,
But you had this guy
slot
named
receivers.
Tom Brady during that time.
Tom Brady's very
Drake
good.
is great. He ain't Tom Brady.
What's the last game you saw Drake in? Besides, he was doing a little clinic in Hawaii.
He's not Tom Brady.
Well, he did go to the Super Bowl in his second year.
All right.
He did go.
Gotta get him some better receivers.
If Justin Herbert didn't get an MVP vote, he would be tied for co-MVP. It's Top 10 Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
Obviously, it's a great day. Free agency edition. Today, it's the top 10 winners of free agency. Teams, players, people, and my favorite, concepts.
Concepts.
I love it. All right, kick us off. Top 10 Tuesday.
Thank you.
I'm here for it.
Kevin Wildes. Good. I'm glad you're here for it, bro. You're not going to go anywhere. Coming in at number 10, this one is pretty simple, and we're going to try not to just, count the bag for all of these guys, but Malik Willis. Less than 10 starts in your career, living in Tennessee and Green Bay. You just got $45 million guaranteed to go live in South Beach. Pretty good deal. And your coach and GM thought enough of your limited time in Green Bay. They get the job in Miami. They decide to bring you over. And with the guarantees, you probably have a 2-year runway to prove it because Miami's going to be pretty bad this year. Coming in at number 9, this one pains me. Nick Wright. Guy's in Japan. And he's built fame and fortune off LeBron James and the Chiefs. And his Chiefs, when he's gone, gets Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. And they're still going to be in the cultural zeitgeist because they bring back one of the most famous athletes in the world in Travis Kelce. It's annoying.
Now, will they make the playoffs?
Listen, that's a problem for future Nick Wright. For today in free agency,
I love the B-roll.
It's good B-roll.
I love the B-roll.
Look at all the action. Did he text you those photos?
Yeah,
I have a much more incriminating video I could have given the production staff. Coming in at number 8, top winners of free agency, Jalen Phillips. My goodness.
Number 8.
Right, you can make an argument that he's higher. Guy got $120 million coming off of 5 sacks. Like 17 games, 5 sacks. You're right, Brew. Like the pressure numbers are there and suggest that he should have much more production. I don't know if he's going to have that production in Carolina, but that guy got paid off of limited production. And the 2 years before that, serious injury questions. Like he doesn't have one great season ever, and he just got $120 million. Coming in at number 7, this is where concepts comes into play. The Chargers. I feel like I could have put me here. Because last year, you guys beat me up a lot for my Chargers takes and my Herbert takes. And now I come in on the day 1 of free agency. They didn't even do a lot of things with Addict. And Brew's like, I got them with the Bills and the Ravens as the best team in the AFC. Wild's like, the Chargers are going to be scared.
What were their major moves, though? Because I know
Mike McDaniel.
But it was before. My point is,
And then the healthy line.
we did a free agency show yesterday, and you guys both said in passing almost, we're picking the Chargers in the AFC West. We're a Chargers show, guys. We're a Chargers show.
Well, then Nick shouldn't be on there because that's not good for Nick.
Well, I mean, that's why he was 7, and the Chargers were 7, and Nick 9, whatever he was. Coming in at number 6, this one is easy. Brock Purdy. You got Mike Evans. You got Mike Evans. You got a guy who has 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns basically every year. He's going to elevate you. We talk about all the weapons that he's had. That is a true, legitimate weapon to add the rich getting richer in the arms race of the NFC West. Coming in at number 5, Kyler Murray. Hasn't signed yet, but Minnesota is still available. Minnesota did not make a move for a different level. They didn't make a Geno move. They didn't make a Tua move. Kyler can't really contact teams legally until tomorrow, although legal tampering seems to not really be a thing in the NFL. But the fact that Minnesota is still available and he could step into a top 10 defense, a top 10 play caller, a top 5 wide receiver, and all he has to do is beat out J.J. McCarthy, and it probably wouldn't even be a competition because they would just trade J.J. Kyler Murray has to love how free agency has fallen so far. Coming in at number 4, the box! I didn't think we'd see it for months, and it made a comeback. I mean, that's America's favorite bit, and it made a comeback. I think they overpaid for it, but I didn't think we'd see the box until September at the earliest. And free agency brings us the return of Brew's beloved.
Felt good saying it.
Yeah, no, and everybody loved it. Coming in at number 3, Les Snead. F them picks is just a vibe and a mantra. The guy has used 1 first-round pick in 8 years, and he hit it out of the park in Jared Verse. And they're like, hey, your whole secondary's bad. We need to remake it. He's like, no problem. And he just, in 48 hours, he makes a trade, he gives out the biggest contract ever to a corner, he signs 2 other guys, and he wakes up the next day and they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Like, everybody tries to build through the draft, and he's like, what, I just need to retool an entire secondary in 48 hours? No problem. Coming in at number 2, this is back to pocket watching a little bit, I'll admit. Alec Pierce. Man, good year to be a guy who had 47 catches last year.
I'm telling you.
He got $116 million because the Colts said, we went all in on Daniel Jones. We went all in for trading for Sauce Gardner. Then Daniel Jones got hurt, and so we have to justify the move for Daniel Jones. And he was great throwing to Alec Pierce, so we have to bring back Alec Pierce. But 15 other teams wanted Alec Pierce, so
I doubt if the number would have been at 29 a year.
So Greg, he's the 9th highest paid wide receiver in the league right now.
Yeah.
It always feels mean-spirited to say, does he deserve that? But do you view him as the 9th best? No,
and I don't believe that they view him as the 9th best. But given all of what you said,
price of business.
And he fits what they want to display offensively. Now, he has a lot of maturing to do as a total and complete wide receiver. You talk about Romeo Doubs not being a true number one. We're going to see if Alec Pierce is a true number one.
So what do you mean by that?
And running the entire route tree, getting the best defender. Like, there's no more Michael Pittman Jr. Obviously, you got Tyler Warren and you got a great running game. And the system fits who he is as a receiver, but you have to develop your skill set. You have to be able to run slants. He's not a great slant runner. He's not a great intermediate route runner. He's a deeper route runner with play action game because they obviously utilize who they have in the backfield and Jonathan Taylor. But look, man, I'm not mad at him.
It's just an unbelievable
I would
year.
have him probably at number one, to be honest.
The only guy I felt like I could put above him was Fernando Mendoza, who's going to be the number one pick to the Raiders. And if you would have said to me 4 months ago, what type of situation is the number one pick heading into?
It was all bad.
If they go, it was a disaster. And now you look up, they had Genti 4 months ago. Yeah, they had Bauer 4 months ago. But they've hired Clint Kubiak, who, offensive-minded guy, helped Sam Darnold, a play caller, offensive head coach. You go out and you sign Tyler Linderbaum. So now you like Colton Miller at left guard. You love Linderbaum, 3-time Pro Bowler at center. You like Jackson Powers-Johnson at right guard. You like 60% of your offensive line. You like tight end. You like play caller. You got
Jalen Naylor coming in.
You like running back. You like Jalen Naylor. And they have the 14th pick in the trade for Max Crosby to, if they want, go get a right tackle or someone else on offense. Like, it's just.
So let's go. Keep going.
Well, he's not walking into a bad situation anymore.
Let's just do it.
You sound like Nick.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We saw it with Jaden Daniels.
Playoffs in Vegas? Playoffs?
Are you saying
it used to be out of the question, but
it's not out of the question anymore.
It's on the board.
It is on the board. It's not predictions week yet.
I'm not ready to say
listen,
I don't know if it's on the board.
They can lose 35-28.
In that division?
Right. But the whole goal is if you draft a quarterback number one, that you're not drafting him into a position where, like, we can't even evaluate him or we're going to fail. It's not a bad situation for him to go into, especially if they use that 14th pick for another player. Like, he's not in as bad of a spot as he was.
That'd be great.
8 wins, yeah.
If he could get him to 8 wins and play well.
Oh yeah.
But Danny's saying playoffs.
I'm just saying we're gonna have to talk about it. Like they have invested heavily in the offense.
Hub said 30th worst odds to make the playoffs. He didn't even look that up. As a Raiders fan, he just knows.
Oh, listen, they have
one of his tattoos.
They have no talent on defense, and they are going to be doing a first-time head coach at a first.
Something just I got to look it up. Josh, who did the Raiders sign on defense?
Nakobe Dean.
Oh, Nakobe Dean. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Quay Walker.
Yep, they got Quay Walker.
They got some. Okay, so they have some linebackers, but
look, I'm not mad at it.
It's just. Fernando Mendoza's position today is a lot better than it was 48 hours ago.
Okay.
He's in a pretty good spot.
Greg, are you adding anybody?
Yeah, honorable mention for me. And this team, they lost a lot, but the New York Giants, and I'm starting all the way when the coaching hire. John Harbaugh, obviously you lose Wan'Dale Robinson, which would have been nice to be able to hold on to him, but you add Isaiah Likely, another pass catcher, a tight end. You gotta love that. And then you lose your corner and Flott, your young corner in Cordell Flott, but you then bring in Greg Newsome. So what you lose, you ended up getting and retrieving. And when you look at this young offense now, you're like, man, Malik Neighbors healthy. We got a good tight end. We got a running game that we can kind of support our running back. We got the head coach in position. We're bolstering up our defense a bit. Like Tremaine. They got your guy from Chicago, a veteran guy, inside backer, Tremaine Edmonds. Like, They are putting strategic pieces together so that they can be ready to roll when the season hits, and we'll see what they do with the draft. But I like what the New York Giants are doing.
No, I agree with that. I'm going to add a guy I hate to lose, but Tyler Linderbaum. 3 years, $81 million. As good as Linderbaum is, I don't think he's as good as Creed Humphrey. And Humphrey was making $18 million a year. Linderbaum is making $27 million a year. That jump, $9 million a year at that position, good for him.
$27 million a year at 25 years old to live in Vegas, but is he happy, you know?
Again, situation, got a young quarterback, you kind of want to have him have some support. You got to get him
all the offense, all that stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.